Hey guys, welcome to the Toots PSD channel. And today we'll be creating a text effect. The text effect is called Ribbons text effect. Let's create a new document of 1100 by 750 pixels. Now click OK. After that, let's go around and change the foreground color to FD and click OK, and background color to 9E, 9A and 97 and click OK. And next we are going to select the gradient tool from here, or you can use G, the shortcut for gradient tool. Now we'll select foreground to background gradient and a radial gradient style, and we're going to click and drag from the center to the corner of the background. Now this will give us a nice look like this one. The next thing we're going to do is duplicate the background layer and double click on it to bring up the blending mode options. In the blending mode, we're going to the pattern overlay and going to change the pattern. The pattern I'm using is white plastic. I'll provide the download link in the description if you guys don't have it. Okay, now let's set the blending mode of this pattern overlay to linear burn. Click OK. Now this gives us a nice subtle pattern look for the texture. You may not be able to see it through the video, but while you're doing it, you will see it yourself. The next thing we're going to do is select the text tool and type our words. For me, I'm using a font called ETH. You guys can download it from the description. Okay, now we're going to set the size to 330p, and we're going to set the tracking value to 75, and we'll set the color to a light blue or sky blue, I think. Let me be a little darker. Okay, if you want, you can set the lead value to 250 if you're using, if you have more than one line. Now after that, let's type the word. For me it's PSD, that is P, S and a D. Okay, now let's center this one. Okay, the next thing is we're going to create a new document, file new, of 300 by 300 pixels, 300 here and 300 here as well. We'll set the background color to white and click OK. Now we're going to create a rectangle. Select the rectangle map create tool and set the color to black. Here it is, black. And we're going to create a stroke background, and we're going, the width should be 160 and by 102. Now let's create a rectangle in the center of the document. Click OK. From the center, it doesn't matter. Okay, now let's drag it right to the center of the document, and you can see it's correct in the center. Now let's select the direct selection tool. Now using the direct selection tool, we create two anchors, left anchors, and using the down arrow key, we'll move the left side like this and select the right anchor points, and using the up arrow key, we'll move it upwards. You need to create a similar layer like this one. Now we're going to select the add anchor points in the pen tool and create anchor points, 4 anchor points. We're going to create the anchor points near the corner of this shape. One here and one right over here. Now we'll use the direct selection tool, and we'll just using this shape, using the direct selection tool to create a new different shape like the one you're seeing. Try to create the one which looks similar to this one. Okay, now let's change the the shape's full color to B23636, which will give you a light red color. Okay, now we're going to add a gradient overlay to this shape. Where is it? Okay, here. Now we're going to change the blend mode to overlay, and the gradient from white to black. Okay, I don't have one, so I have to change this. And this is black. Okay, and we're going to set the style to reflected and the angle to -5. Now this will give you a cool shine effect for the shape, 3D effect for the shape. Now we are going to duplicate the shape layer, and we'll change the fill of this layer to 2F1616, which is a darker red. Next we're going to double click the copy shape layer and select the gradient overlay and change the angle to -7 and the scale to 150. Click OK. Now this gives you this kind of effect. Now we're going to edit free transform and flip vertically. Now you'll have something like this. Now all we have to do is adjust, bring the darker one under the lighter colored shape, and we're going to move the dark shape using the move tool to position. Okay, now we're going to select both layers and go to edit, transform and scale. We're going to scale this down so it fits the background. Now we're going to duplicate this layer and bring it to our original background text layer. Okay, now if you want, you can save this ribbon shape layer. Okay, now let's close this and go to our PSB background layer. Now you can see that it's duplicated here. We should group it together. Okay, now if you see that when I moved it, the reflection is going all crazy. The thing you have to do is select the layers and right click it and click rasterize layer style, just like I did right now. And now when you move it, that craziness won't happen anymore. Now size it down so that it fits our text layer, and let's position it from where we want to start placing the ribbons. For me, how about this one? No. Now let's duplicate this group to create another ribbon and drag it down like this. Now this will look like it's curled up. Now again duplicate it and bring that duplicate also down like this. Now the point of this is that you have to duplicate all of this and all of this shape layer ribbons and adjust it around the text so it forms a curly ribbon like shape. Okay, now we're going to create another duplicate and adjust it at this top area. We'll bring this group down here so that, wait, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, we'll bring this group down here. No, not that. Where is it? No, where is it? Come on, I'm going crazy. What the hell am I doing? Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so this is where I should have placed it. Okay, now, yeah. Okay, well, this is how. No, still not correct. I have to place it again. Okay, guys, I will return when I've done it correctly. Okay, I have done it. Now go to edit, transform, and rotate, and you can rotate this one so you can adjust it accordingly to that position of your P if you are using such a letter. The things you're going to use here are from the transform, the scale, rotate, and the skew. No, scale, rotate, yeah, I put all those things. Let's use the eraser tool to erase all the extra unnecessary parts that we have around here. Wait, but this one, I have to select the unnecessary part from the group. Now the only problem still I'm having is I don't know which group to use, so I suggest to you guys that you name each of the group so that you don't go confused like I'm being confused by this creation. Now I'll return after I've created all the ribbons and place them accordingly around the text layer. So I'm back, guys, and you can see this is how the final look of the the ribbons that I placed looks like. You can group all of those groups that you created into a single group called original. Now make a duplicate of that original group and name it final. Okay, and again make another copy, and and we're going to merge that group, which now we're going to double click the merge layer to apply some blending options. The first thing we're going to do is add a drop shadow with the opacity set to 35 and the distance set to 10. Now we're going and click OK, and you can see that it creates a nice shadow effect to the ribbons also. Now control click this layer to make it a selection. Okay, now create a new layer on top of all of this and call it a glitter. Now let me remind you, the thing I'm going to do, that is from this step onwards, is optional. Now we're going to add some bevel and emboss. We're going to check the anti-alias and set the highlight mode to vivid light, and we're going to set some contour and set up no need to change the texture. We need to change it to this texture called, select this texture, the tile pattern. The download link will be in the description, you guys can download it. We're going to set the depth to positive 432 and click OK. Now with the selection still on, we are going to set the foreground color to FF B9A 4A and click OK. And we're going to select the brush tool and select a round brush with 3 pixels size and 95% hardness. Okay, and we're going to draw some stripes in the center of the ribbon. Let me remind you, this is optional. You don't need to do this if you don't want, but this adds a little glitter special effect to it. Now this will take some time drawing it. I mean, you have to make sure that it's in the center and it looks good. So I'll be back once I finish drawing this glitter effect in the center. Okay, next, guys, now once you're done with this, you can change the color of the ribbon text if you want. For that, all you have to do is create a new hue and saturation adjustment layer and adjust it accordingly and place it above all the other layers, and changing all this will change the color. Okay, that looks good. Not that much, that's too much. How about this? Okay, now that's perfect. So there you have it, guys. This is the PSD ribbon text effect that you guys can do yourself. I hope you enjoyed the text effect. If you did, please like the video, comment on what you guys think, and subscribe to my channel for more of text effects and PSD tutorials and Photoshop effects, etc. So this is the PS Toots PSD signing out.